Imagine a storm so fierce, it could wake the bravest knight in his armor. Imagine a princess so delicate, she could feel the tiniest grain beneath 20 mattresses, and that grain would change the fate of a kingdom. Today, we retell the tale of the Princess and the Pea, not as a bedtime story, but as a historical lesson in truth, character, and the unexpected tests life throws our way. And yes, this is the only story in history where a vegetable plays matchmaker. Our story begins in the royal court of King Alaric and Queen Selene, rulers of a prosperous but proud kingdom. Their son, Prince Gabriel, had one mission: find a real princess to be his bride. And no, real didn't mean someone with a big tiara. It meant someone with grace, wisdom, and honesty. Suitors came from across the lands. Some wore crowns, some wore smiles, but all failed the queen's quiet tests of character. One even tried to impress the prince by juggling gold plates, which would have been fine if they didn't belong to the royal treasury. One stormy night, a knock echoed through the castle gates. A young woman stood there, drenched, claiming to be a princess seeking shelter. Her dress was torn, her crown, if it was one, looked more like a bent hairpin. The queen, ever skeptical, decided to test her claim. And so began the most unusual examination in royal history. In the dead of night, the queen ordered the servants to prepare a grand bed, 20 soft mattresses stacked high, covered in silken sheets. And beneath them, she placed a single pea. Why? Because in their kingdom's lore, only a true princess would have skin so refined, senses so keen, that even a pea could disturb her sleep. Imagine failing a royal test because of a vegetable. That's like losing a job interview because the chair was squeaky. The young woman climbed the towering bed, smiling politely despite the absurdity. Outside, the storm raged. Inside, an even greater test was underway. The night was long. Rain battered the windows, wind howled through the corridors. By morning, the queen was ready for her answer. When the young woman entered the hall, she looked pale and tired. "Forgive me," she said, "but I could not sleep a wink. Something hard pressed through the mattresses all night." The court fell silent. Was she truly a princess, or had the queen's plan gone too far? The queen smiled knowingly. Only a true princess would feel such discomfort. The test, though strange, had revealed more than just royal blood. It had shown resilience, honesty, and humility. Prince Gabriel looked at her, not for her beauty, but for her courage to speak truth, even when it seemed foolish. And in that moment he knew, this was the woman who could rule beside him. And yes, they removed the pea before she moved in. No one wants to be married and sleep deprived. This story, simple as it seems, holds a truth for all of us. In life, the real tests aren't about titles, wealth, or appearances. They're about the quiet choices we make when no one is watching. The courage to speak up. The humility to admit discomfort. The patience to endure strange trials. And sometimes life's peas, the tiny irritations, reveal who we truly are. If you enjoyed this royal lesson, then you'll want to see the deeper truths history has been hiding from you. Click on the video right here, History Morals for Life, where we uncover real stories that can guide the choices you make today. Until then, remember, sometimes the smallest things test the biggest truths.